Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game, HawK versus Grubby. This game taking place here on Last Refuge. On the bottom left-hand side of the map, we have Grubby spawning as the red orc. Meanwhile, HawK has spawned as the orange human. As always, the overlay decided to swap positions, meaning left is on the right and right is on the left. Not really quite sure why that continues to happen. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down in this 1v1 matchup. HawK opening things up, Altar of Kings, a farm, and a barracks. Meanwhile, off to the south, Grubby opening things up with an Altar of Storms, Orc Burrow, and that barracks. He will be going for a Blade Master, and with no War Mill down, I believe it will be some earlier grunts. 2-minute mark closely upon us here, and as this game gets underway, well, what can we really start to expect and see? Archmage is going to, purposely pull away some of the creeps from this location, and then on to there, perhaps try to take down that Forest Troll High Priest first. Taking down that High Priest first means that, he's not going to be able to heal nearly as much, and the Mud Golem and Rock Golems, because they're coming back to their creep camps, are not applying that slow. Forest Troll Shadow Priest also trained up here as the Blade Master may try to dive in and get that last hit. Alright, looks like the Blade Master was trying to take down the Water Elemental, unable to do so. Meanwhile, the Rune Bracers were picked up, in fact, by the Blade Master, so no experience, but did pick up that very powerful item. Grubby now going to go after that Forest Troll High Priest, that Shadow Priest. The Shadow Priest often known for, purposely trying to reposition himself in the back, and now the Blade Master does have enough for one more Windwalk. I was thinking that perhaps the Blade Master was purposely trying to stick around in just a way to get that last hit there. Tome picked up by Grubby. Alright, so the Blade Master able to pick up the Rune Bracers, kill the Forest Troll Shadow Priest, and pick up the Tome off of that Trapper. What is unfolding next? Blade Master's Windwalk does come to an end. Archmage will be able to continue to creep off to the north here. Tech to Tier 2 has not yet been started. Meanwhile, Grubby's Tech to Tier 2 is already halfway done. It looks like we could be trying to go for an expansion attempt just because of how much HawK is delaying all of that, delaying his Tech to Tier 2 as the Forest Troll, Berserker, and Grunt now retreat back. Alright, Militia, Water Elemental making their way through. HawK most likely trying to get to level 3 here, putting in some pressure onto that Grunt, forcing him back. As the Archmage clears out this 5-3-3 creep camp with some help of Militia. Back at home, you can see there is one tower up. It is not operational yet. HawK still trying to train up more peasants to make sure that he is not low on lumber. Very heavy on lumber in order to get this expansion up. Dual Gloves of Haste, perhaps that will be given to another target here. Grunts, Forest Troll Berserker looking to put in pressure as the Blade Master comes back, sold the Scroll of Town Portal and the Rune Bracers, picked up a Healing Salve, and has Boots of Speed now, as this tower is, on its way to be an upgrade. Alright, yep. Everything's... I've had better years, or I've had better weeks, let's just say that. Blade Master coming back across here, taking a little bit of damage, it loses that very, very precious regeneration. Meanwhile, Forest Troll Berserker, forces a cancellation, as the Grunts and the Blade Master are all nearby. Meanwhile, Arcane Tower is still not yet up and operational, so that Blade Master is just going to have an absolute field day, as the Blade Master traps a peasant in between some trees to force the kill. Meanwhile, Forest Troll Berserker is still running all the way back here. We could be looking at a Shadow Hunter with a quick Hex to pick off one of these chasing units, as there are still Grunts nearby causing problems. Alright, Militia going to perhaps try and engage here. The Grunt down to 54 hit points, 31. Blade Master going to force another cancellation there, and now where's that Blade Master going? Grunt down to 32 hit points. It looks like he will be able to retreat back. And, HawK is in some serious trouble. He is currently still sitting at Tier 1 after all this time. Doesn't have assigned tech to Tier 2. His opponent's hero is out on the battlefield. Blade Master, however, and Shadow Hunter not out of the woods yet. Knows that they need to clear out some of these footmen and perhaps get to level 2. Alright, in comes an Archmage here. Orc Burrows are not, reinforced, which means that they're going to be taking full damage from everything as there is still no War Mill. Meanwhile, Grubby also getting up a Spirit Lodge for Purge, so it is going to be a tech advantage versus a delayed fast expansion, or a delayed expansion here off to the north. Tech to tier 2 still not started. No lumber mill off to the north for HawK either, as we're looking at the footmen looking to push pressure onto the Blade Master and some of these units. All right, Blade Master says, thank you for the experience. There is also a shaman out here on the battlefield. Are we going to perhaps see a little bit more damage? Yes, there goes another unit again. And I never really checked that. Does the... Oh, okay. So while... if the footmen do have defend, they get hexed. They lose the defend, even if they were hexed with defend. There is another potential, a potential surround on another footman there. Both sides still fighting, and HawK is just kind of giving the experience needed for Grubby to get back into this game. He's not really doing damage, and with these losses here, he's not really... And with this time, he's not really getting ahead anymore. You can see Grubby also microing a couple of low hit point grunts around the map, and he's going to be able to bring them back home fairly easily and get them back up to full health. Berserker upgrade should be started as well, perhaps. There's no healing salve as of yet. The grunts are just retreating back home, as the Archmage, it gets hexed and now going to have some problems of its own. All right, there's a hex, there's a purge, and now forcing a Scroll of Town portal. Back off to the north, we're looking at some more towers getting placed down. Forest Troll Shadow Priest hired in order to heal up that Archmage. That's going to be a lot of work to cover, as the Town Hall is now a quarter of its way done being upgraded. Meanwhile, Raider trying to catch up to the Archmage. We're going to be looking at the Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Well, he's going to be the one to get pressured instead. Couldn't catch up to the Archmage, but, well, that still knocks the Archmage out of commission, as it is so low on hit points. No Arcane Vault, no sign of Arcane Sanctums. Peasants just making their way over, putting in pressure. And this is the time for Grubby to shine. Absolutely able to deal large amounts of damage. Archmage pretty much out of commission right now. Doesn't want to easily engage, as the Blade Master could easily win walk and then get a surprise hit or two. All right, unit's going to be retreating back here. Shadow Hunter does have Healing Wave as that second ability. There are some healing salves now being applied, and with this, Grubby's going to use this opportunity to heal up his units while walking back to his neck of the woods and then clear up some of these more difficult creep camps. All right, low hit point grunts here. Raiders getting added in. 48 supply compared to 43. The army size of Grubby is significantly larger, as you can see, as, well, in comes the battles. Shadow Hunter out of items. Blade Master needs a double healing salve those last two grunts, and then perhaps try and pick up some more. Is it going to go down that way? And, well, that does get taken out. Grubby is setting up a great haul here. There is that healing salve that I thought was going to be happening much earlier. And now, well, still trying to do a bit of creeping. Blade Master at 2. Archmage is sitting at level 3. Footmen, Water Elemental making their way down. Couple of grunts just hanging back. Well, making sure to protect this great haul while regenerating some of those precious hit points themselves. 50 over 51 supply. Grubby still no War Mill, so not going to get any weapon upgrades at all, as the Blade Master now makes, does a little bit of a push. All right, in comes a Troll Bat Rider. Troll Bat Rider going after these, these footmen here, as the Water Elemental should be able to easily poke down this Bat Rider, so that's going to be a good trade there for HawK, being able to just push across. Footmen still putting in pressure, as you now see an engagement going across to the side. HawK trying to use that extra additional gold to hire up mercenaries, but is it going to be enough? Quick Ensnare takes down the Mud Golem. Blade Master is now back here. We could see a couple more quick ensnares, as this low hit point Raider does end up getting taken out. Okay, so Grubby now losing some units needlessly, as we're looking at some quick ensnares. One footman down, another footman going to get taken down as well, as the Shadow Hunter is still sitting at 2.5. Raider, Blade Master needs to retreat back. Mountain King now out on the battlefield, as we are at tier 2, not yet taking to tier 3, and we are going into a second Arcane Sanctum. Arcane Sanctums really open up healing for that human army. allowing the Archmage to stick around in that battle much longer. Cloak of Shadows used by the Archmage in order to hide in daylight. Meanwhile, quick Stormbolt onto the Shaman is going to open things up, perhaps allowing the Water Elementals to do more of their thing. Troll Batrider trying to come across the side, dropping another Water Elemental. There's a quick Hex, and wow, really on top of things right there, making sure that the get out of jail free card in that Scroll of Town portal was not usable, and well, forcing HawK to resurrect at the tavern, a very expensive endeavor, but will be able to scout out this southern spot. Raiders, Grunts are off over here. Are we going to see a quick ensnare onto the Mountain King? Mountain King is well, in a bit of trouble, going to get taken down at level 1. And, well, lead changes back and forth in this match. Archmage is going to try to buy a Goblin, hire up a Goblin Zeppelin. No, not quite yet. Going to, well, turn double back around. Where exactly is it going? Do not know. All right. Auto attack here, Ogre Warrior. Both sides are looking to fight. Quick ensnare onto Forest Troll Berserker. Forest Troll Berserker gonna, well, Healing Wave bouncing around. Coming back around here, Archmage now getting pressure onto the Expo. Blade Master, well, looking to shut down the Archmage. Archmage once more uses that Cloak of Shadows very effectively, drops a Water Elemental, and then hides once more. There's a quick reveal, but the Water Elemental was able to force a purge right there. Well, force a cancellation right there. Water Elemental is going to get whisked away. No, it is not. Shaman could easily purge that down, giving more experience. Blade Master now getting closer to 4. All right, in terms of strategy and in terms of pacing of the game, both players pretty much now, well, fairly close to each other in terms of overall situations. HawK, however, is behind in terms of the hero level, only at level 1 onto that Mountain King. Blade Master nearby, ready to strike, perhaps steal a little bit of experience as well. And by doing that, well, Militia now being called over, so that is going to be a lot of traffic to deal with. All right, Grubby actually bringing in some low hit point units into this battle. There's a Lightning Shield onto the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter, well, it gets dispelled as both sides are still fighting their way through. Level 4 now on the Blade Master. Ogre Magi, level 4 on the Shadow Hunter, so dual level 4 is going up against a 3-1 as the Mountain King, well, picks up a Mana Stone. All right, double level up off on the other side. HawK, level 4 now, and the, well, Mountain King, level 2, as the Blade Master needs to pick up some items. These center merchant shops normally are cleared out by now, but not in this game. There's been so much pressure against the other bases that, well, the map is still completely wide open. Wanda Mana Stealing picked up by the Blade Master here. There's a Thunderclap. Are we going to see the transfer of the Potion of Invulnerability? No, we are not. I thought that's the reason why Grubby was running off over there, picking up a Potion of Invulnerability, but ends up not doing that. And now Grubby is forced to resurrect his Shadow Hunter at the Tavern too. All right. Both sides still fighting back and forth. 62 supply compared to 62 engagements. And who is coming out on top and who has the win so far? Wanda Mana Stealing used quickly to try and drain some mana from that Mountain King there, lessening those Storm Bolts. However, the Raiders are still getting picked off. Spellbreakers and, well, perhaps even the Militia being called over to deal bonus damage through that medium armor. So, well, Kotobi's going to try to dine and dash on that Priest. However, no Scroll of Speed in order to get that unit quickly away. All right, both sides still fighting again. We're going to look at the Mountain King. Yes, there you are, going after some of those lower hit point grunts. Blade Master is still trying to slice and dice his way out of these situations here. And while Mountain King now completely surrounded, could be in a little bit of trouble. Down to 65 hit points, he gets finished off just at the cusp of level 3. All right, Grunt going to get taken out as well. There are a lot of sorceresses. Mountain King gets resurrected in the backfield. What is going to happen? Scroll of Town portal transfer. There's a quick hex onto the Mountain King. Mountain King could have a very bad day here. Down to 28 hit points, down to 21. He falls again. Beautiful, beautiful double kill on that Mountain King there. Didn't even bother to level up there. Is the Mountain King going to get, well, into trouble trying to go after the Shadow Hunter as the Mountain King now is completely surrounded? Is he going to be able to break free? No, he needs to use the Scroll of Town portal, but he also has the Cloak of Shadows. Mountain King now up to, well, 60 some odd mana. We're going to look at a couple of grunts perhaps get taken down. Mountain King could try and Stormbolt down an additional unit, but yeah, that Mountain King probably fell far too many times. Mountain King went for level 2 Thunderclap over level 2 Stormbolt. That could ensure that this Raider is able to get away. No, instead ensnares a Spellbreaker, as both sides are still fighting. Priest, or Kodo Beast, wants to eat another target there. Goes ahead and eats, and is going to use that Scroll of Speed to retreat back. Great use right there, using Scroll of Speed after the Sorceress uses Slow on the Kodo Beast there. However, Scroll of Speed automatically maxes out your movement speed regardless of Slow. Kodo Beast able to come in, eat a Spellbreaker, and retreat nicely. And, a good trade there. So, yeah, Kodo Beast with Scrolls of Speed, a definite strong 1-2 combination for any Orc player trying to get back into the game, as we see Wand of Illusions quickly just getting dispelled now in that frontline spot. Blade Master coming in with some 200 hit point critical strikes, dealing large amounts of damage. Remember that Blade Master doesn't have any claws or anything, really has maybe a Circlet of Nobility and the Warsong Battle Drums. That is it. Kodo Beast is still slowly digesting, as we're looking at the Mountain King finally forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal. Of course it's interesting. You're my daughter. You like WarCraft 3, but you have school. Yes. All right. Parenting. No, I'm still casting. It's still live. I'm still recording. No problem. Anyways, coming back down to the south side here. Kodo Beast. I've been doing this. I've been doing this like longer than she's been alive. She should know, right? Anyways, coming back around, Ogre Lord gonna get cleaned up over here on the top left. Archmage purposely backing away. This is gonna give an opportunity for the Mountain King to level up nicely. Could go for a Thunderclap here. Would have slowed down a lot of the units, prevented a lot of damage. Cloak of Flames for the Mountain King. So yeah, Thunderclap now making a lot of sense if that Mountain King just wants to dive into that frontline spot and then cause problems. Meanwhile, still one Troll Bat Rider being very annoying, able to just hit with a little bit of siege damage and maybe perhaps take down this Arcane Sanctum here. Militia now being called across all the way across the map as the Spellbreakers, Mountain King. Where is that Archmage? Where is the Archmage? Oh, the Archmage in the back here, bringing in double Scrolls of Healing. All right, ready for the engagement now. Blizzard has been retrained, just destroying everything here. Meanwhile, Blade Master wants to make its way over. We see a tech change into Wind Riders, and that's going to be a very interesting tech change, especially since there are no more Water Elementals. All right, no Water Elementals, tech change. We are at Stronghold, not at Fortress, meaning we do not have the Envenom Spears, but we are getting up some towers here by HawK. All right, those towers are going to be incredibly important. Wonder why we don't see any Ivory Towers. They build so quickly, cost just a little bit more, and are so effective as we are getting up those Arcane Towers now. All right, Blade Master. All right, there's some Windwalk strikes and, a quick attack here. Are we going to see some Lightning Shields being placed down? Yeah, towers all just absolutely destroyed in a couple of seconds and not really getting very far. Kodo Beast is trying to digest its meal as the Blade Master, looking to push down, purge down this Archmage. Archmage in trouble, uses invisibility, but still ends up getting taken down. The attacks were perhaps already on their way as we see the Mountain King now come in with a Thunderclap. All right, he's feeling, not quite like himself. Mountain King gets up to level 5, level 3 Thunderclap. That's a massive amount of damage across all those units here. Shadow Hunter falls at level 5 as we're looking at the Mountain King looking to pick off more and more of these units in the back. All right, Wind Riders are pretty much going after all of the casters here. Wind Riders are pretty unchallenged. The Sorceresses are able to attack the Wind Riders, but they're not really known for their damage as the Kodo Beast is trying to retreat back here. A lot of low hit point ground units though. Mountain King had multiple potions of mana, and are we going to see perhaps the Mountain King dive into this here? One guard tower did get up and operational. This Kodo Beast turning into a pincushion as the Mountain King tries to make its way over, but getting caught behind the Spellbreakers. Look how low hit point all of these units are. The Mountain King probably just wishes it could just teleport behind there and then hit absolutely everything. Mountain King sitting at level 6 now. has a potion of lesser invulnerability and is now using this opportunity to back away. All right, Arcane Vault being built as well. You can see one guard tower off on the side here doing a little bit of poking. That Arcane Sanctum was taken down, so both sides are actually kind of towering each other in a little bit of a strange maneuver. This guard tower here about to get taken down, but the Spellbreaker's ready to put back in some more pressure. All right, Shadowhunter looking to get resurrected. Main gold mines nearly mined out. The Blade Master needs to buy some more healing salves, but doesn't have room. Demolisher now out here on the battlefield, as the Archmage now raining down Blizzard to try and destroy some of these buildings. Wind Riders off to the side here. What is going to go on? The Blade Master really needs to heal up some of his back line units. You can see healing salve is done, but Kodo Beast, well, still needs to heal up a little bit more. All right, Mountain King in that front line spot, trying to take down the stronghold. Peasants trying to repair that Altar of Storms, keep it alive and well. Archmage going to reposition, but not, well, able to get one of those peons, not all of them. All right, Raider now looking to back up again. Shadowhunter going to be back out onto the battlefield, and now we see Stormbolt straight up hitting on to that Shadowhunter. Spellbreaker in a position. We're trying to block off the position right there. There's a healing wave bouncing around. Avatar now going, or Mountain King turning into the Avatar, and is now magic immune, going to be able to absorb all those hexes, as HawK is now putting in pressure onto the main base with more towers. However, 2 can play at this game, as Grubby is building in towers off on the other side as well. So both sides are towering each other. We do see Arcane Sentry by the Scout Tower, so they will be able to spot that Blade Master even when it is wind walking, as Grubby is retreating back here. We do see also a couple of Demolishers already out on the battlefield, and those Demolishers, well, obviously outranging those guard towers to try and destroy them. All right, Kodo Beast in the backfield here. We're going to take a look. Easy Burrow, or Orc Burrow taken down. Archmage continuing the battle, perhaps trying to take down this stronghold and will prevent the mining of that last bit of 140 gold. A quick hex onto the Archmage. Make sure that the Blizzard isn't able to finish off these buildings. Meanwhile, Blade Master really wants to dive on in here and perhaps use Bladestorm to finish off these units. All right, guard towers, well, unable to target anything new. Bladestorm now coming across. Blade Master trying to slice and dice its way through some of these units. Looks like it's going to be able to do exactly that, slicing and dicing quite a few, and now getting storm bolted while surrounded by, well, a group of towers. All right, Bestiary about to get taken down. Demolisher still trying to take down these towers here. Peon still doing a little bit of slow mining as this, well, Bestiary gets taken out. All right, Blade Master looking to put pressure, perhaps trying to take down some of these towers here. Meanwhile, well, guard towers actually were in range of more, just needed a little bit more sight, as the Mountain King pushing through, able to take down a Kodo Beast. All right, Stormbolt onto the Blade Master. Mountain King still fighting. Shadowhunter sitting at level 5. Blade Master gets a nice healing wave to try and stay alive here. Is he going to finish off the Mountain King? No. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. And now the Blade Master forced to retreat back there. He does get a Stormbolt, and he ends up getting taken down. Archmage still sitting at 5. Mountain King still sitting at 6. I thought potential level up, but maybe the guard tower was the one that hit it. And Blizzard actually denying the experience from the Mountain King right there. Shadowhunter perhaps could have leveled up, and all that time some people say Blizzard harms your units more, but in that situation it did harm his own units, but he still came out ahead. Spellbreaker is trying to, well, go after the Demolisher here. That Demolisher will get taken down. A level 6 hero, yeah, getting denied. A massive amount of experience lost there, as the guard towers still poking their way through. All right, trying to take down buildings slowly. Meanwhile, long distance mining, as the Expo of HawK off at the north has run out of gold. Meanwhile, on the southern side, there is still 4 minutes of mining for Grubby at his main. We're looking at 41 supply compared to 36, and it looks as though, Grubby has enough to outlast. All right, are we going to perhaps see some repairs onto that Demolisher, or what are they doing? Yeah, repairs are perhaps what is needed and necessary to keep that Demolisher alive, as the peasants are working to gather a bit more lumber. Is lumber an issue? Grubby sitting on 544, and now what is this? Shamans. I'm going to scout out this bit of long-distance mining. One Shadow Hunter here, 1,000 gold, perhaps needing just a little bit more in order to... a little bit more lumber in order to resurrect at the tavern. All right, Shadow Hunter back out here, going after some of these units. Lightning shield. The shaman were just standing next to each other, causing problems. There's a grunt now, finishing off some of these units once more. All right, peasants now trying to retreat back. Meanwhile, blizzard raining down, destroying all of these orc burrows. And, well, this is a very close game, considering Grubby is, well, I believe he was mining gold. Yeah, Grubby currently mining gold. He's actually stopped significantly because he really does need that lumber to resurrect the Blade Master. Blade Master resurrection, I believe, took about 190 lumber to resurrect at that tavern, as the Blade Master now makes its way back down. Blade Master is getting healed. Well, was getting healed. Blade Master now going to go after that Archmage. Why run by these towers? I think Grubby must have forgotten about these towers here, with a little bit of a misstep. High ground actually still has the Ogre Mauler, so can't really hide the Shamans off to the north. Blade Master still trying to go after the Archmage. Archmage trying to retreat back into a corner. Shadowhunter bouncing around. Blade Master does have an invulnerability potion, as we're looking at a little bit of damage going back and forth here. All right, there goes one. Purging down, trying to finish off more of these units. Spellbreakers could, well, transition back onto the Shaman. We're looking at another low hit point priest. 2 low hit point priests gonna get finished off. There goes one. Another one gonna get finished off, giving level 6 to the Shadowhunter now. Mountain King still perhaps trying to get resurrected back at home. Not yet back on the battlefield, as, well, level 3 healing wave bouncing around to keep all the units alive. Interesting call right now. Not Big Bad Voodoo would be a strong push, just because the Mountain King is still out of the fight right now, and without a way to stop that channeled ability, well, the Orc army would have been impossible to defeat. Blade Master making its way over, perhaps gonna try and go straight after some of these units. You can see Shaman, or the Spellbreakers, trying to go straight after that Shadowhunter. Precious mana, Scroll of Town Portal to retreat back out, and, well, just time to finish off this guard tower and this arcane vault. Still no clear victor in this fight. 33 supply for HawK compared to 29. Grubby's army 4 supply smaller. We are still seeing, well, long distance mining here, and that long distance mining is, I don't know how much gold that they are getting per second, but it's not continuous, so definitely less than the 600 gold a minute that Grubby is getting for the last minute of this gold mine. What is Grubby looking to do? 21 supplied now, army compared to 28. HawK still building more. Needs to get some more sorceresses and priests to, well, keep healed up and ready to go. Upgrades have been out on the battlefield for a bit. 28 minutes, nearly 29. Perhaps try and clear out this Ogre Lord or remainder of that creep camp. Get a little bit of gold. Shadowhunter doesn't... even with healing wave, has to be careful about the damage taken by the army, right? This Null Assassin targeting multiple targets. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Who is it going to be given to? And going to be given to, well, both of them have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. There is also Dust of Appearance being used here as well. And now a Gloves of Haste. Does anyone want the Gloves of Haste? That is the question. Well, using a Clarity Potion and now picking it up. Maybe the Blade Master should have used the Clarity Potion. He's down on mana as well. All right, back off to the north. Mountain King Illusion is right there. Blade Master nearby. Perhaps going to try to clear out the remainder of this creep camp. Forest Troll High Priest takes some damage. Now going to get bursted down. Tome of Agility, more damage. Blade Master, 32 agility plus an additional 6 from that Boots of Quelt the Loss. Currently doing 216 critical strikes. Chain critical strikes could be a very big deal, as Grubby now sets up an expo here at the 3 o'clock spot. However, well, Mountain King Illusion coming across to the side here. We're looking, there is still a creep camp off to that side. And who is coming out on top? That is the question, as the Mountain King looks to go after this Ogre Mauler, Ogre Magi creep camp. Creep camp going to be pretty easy to clean up here. Finishing off these Forest Troll Berserkers. Well, Inner Fire could easily be stolen, given to the Sorceresses, Priest, and Mountain King, trying to just cast it all there. All right. Forest Troll High Priest now taken down. Little bit of additional gold for HawK, 43 supply compared to 31. Where is that army though? Blade Master is nearby here, ready to engage. Sorceress is there, and we're looking at the Spirit Lodge, gonna get destroyed. No more Shaman.
The town is under siege.
In terms of production buildings, there are no production buildings for Grubby. He can get gold, but all he can really do then is just spend it on consumable items at the shop, or perhaps use the Goblin Laboratory to reveal if there is any issues. Meanwhile, peons are still battling it here on this Congo line of peasants doing that long distance mining. All right, Blade Storm, Purge, Blade Master taking quite a bit of damage. What is going on? Suddenly, Potion of Lesser Potion of Invulnerability used there. Scroll of Speed used to counteract that Thunderclap, taking down another Spellbreaker. Mountain King Storm bolting that Blade Master. Book of the Dead used to try and trap, and now Illusion, Invisibility now once more onto the Archmage. Archmage getting purged again. Archmage still trying to retreat back. He gets bursted down. Mountain King without the magic support any longer, as the Blade Master continuing to put in pressure. Shadow Hunter does have another Scroll of Speed to use, and this is what Grubby's using his gold on, just using it on items. Blade Master now trying to burst down a priest right there. Should be able to do exactly that. One more shot does finish it off, as Grubby, known for his love of Witch Doctors, has Witch Doctors out on the battlefield only for sentry wards to keep track of where units are on the battlefield. That illusion just, well, there for itself, doesn't offer any support. I know it says that it has a Brilliance Aura, but that is just an illusion. Coming back around, there goes another Shaman again, as the Blade Master continuing this fight once more. All right, Spellbreaker is trying to retreat back here. What is going on? Mountain King looking to dive. And with this, the Mountain King actually kind of getting surrounded. Mountain King could be in a little bit of trouble, trapped by two peons in between an Orc Burrow and a Great Hall. And that might be enough. All right, peons are... Oh, look at that. Oh, nope. I was going to say, look at that micro right there. But trying to, swap the positions on that peon here. There's another purge onto that Mountain King. Mountain King now getting hexed and, finally getting finished off. Both the Archmage and the Mountain King taken down. Grubby with that Blade Storm able to slice and dice his way through the human army, take down the Archmage, and once the Archmage was gone, everything just started to unravel. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.